Hi guys, welcome to our channel, Science Beyond Books. And after a couple of days, we are back with our live talk show. And I'm very happy that we have a young scientist from India, and he's going to talk about Linux system. Before we start today's talk, just let me tell you that I just wanted to take a little break from these talk shows which we are doing regularly every Saturday. I just took a little break from the talk. But finally, we are back with one of the talk which we are going to start in a moment. In today's talk, what we're going to do is we are going to talk about Linux system. If you have any interest in learning Linux, like why we use Linux, where we use Linux, what are the different commands we use for the Linux, all those kind of stuff. If you want to learn, you are most welcome to join the show, and you can learn from here. Apart from that, if you have any question related to the today's talk, you can always go and ask those questions in the comment section, and we'll try to take those questions toward the end of the show. And you can share this video with as many as people so it will be useful if you have a bioinformatics background, if you do drug discoveries, if you have a computer science background, or if you want to do research in these areas. You will be greatly benefited from today's talk, because in today's talk we're gonna not only learn about the Linux, but we are going to also see some demonstration that how exactly we use Linux system for some of the basic stuff we do on Linux. So we're gonna learn all those things. So let me invite today's speaker, and then we can start our today's show. So let me have him on the screen. Welcome, Umesh. How are you?
Hello, hello. How are you? Very well. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm very happy that you are giving us some time, and you are going to talk about Linux system. So first of all, thank you for giving your time.
Thank you very much. And even I also thank to you for giving a nice opportunity over here.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think it will be very beneficial for a student to learn about Linux, and know some of the basics about it, because it's Linux is very important for many of the biology field and even computer science field. So guys,
Yeah.
today, before we start today's talk, let me introduce our esteemed speaker today. Today's speaker, he have done his bachelor's of science BSc in life science from Jain Vyas University, and then he did master of science, which is MSc in computational biology. That's from Madurai Kamraj University, and that's where I know him, because I did my masters from same university, so that's how we know each other. And then
Yeah.
he moved to do his masters. So he did PG diploma. After doing master of science, he did PG diploma in pharmacogenomics from Al Gappa University, and then finally decided to do his PhD also from the same university, where he did his PhD in bioinformatics. And he recently submitted his thesis, and I think he's waiting for his viva, right?
Yeah, sure. It will be there.
Yes, yes. So all the best for that. Apart from that, he has published four first author publication. He has four first author publication in international journals, and then he has six or seven co-author papers also. Not only that, he has also three or four book chapters also, which he have written, which you can read. If you read those books, you can read his chapters in those books. So many congratulations for your achievements, and I'm very
Thank you very much.
very happy that you're gonna have your PhD degree soon.
Thank you very much for the nice introduction.
Yep. Okay. So if you wanna just give some little background about the Linux system, why we use, how we use, what is Linux. If you have a presentation, I can open it for you, and then we can start today's talk. Should we
Sure.
start?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let's do it.
It's fine.
Yeah, we can see the presentation. Yep.
Okay. Thanks to you, Dr. Ajit sir, for giving a nice introduction. And I'm really very happy that your initiative is going well. And we hope so it will go high and high. And one more thing, I just would like to tell you that nowadays people are working in very many different areas, especially like computer science, data analysis, genomics and proteomics analysis. and even bioinformatics, drug discovery. So everywhere now, because of technology is very advanced, so people are using either Windows or Mac, even Linux also. But basically, Linux is a very advanced platform where you can utilize in a deep way. And today, I just would like to have a small demonstration about the Linux and its commands and how we can handle the computer in the terminal mode. So first, I would like to just give you the basic intro about the Linux. There is a graduate student, Finnish graduate student, Linus Torvalds, who has developed the Linux in 1991 by inspiration of Minix. So based on the Minix and Linux, it become the Linux. Since Linux is a very useful and it's a very powerful platform, it's GNU based software and other software also inbuilt will be there. So you need not to worry about that. And there are so many distribution nowadays. If you can see just some of the distribution I have mentioned over here. So Linux is there, Linux Mint is there, Menzilla is there, Ubuntu is there, Solus is there, Fedora is there, Red Hat Linux is also there. So there are advanced level of Linux people are developing and coming with the new features nowadays based on the specific field and their experience. So as when I was working with Dr. Balwinder Singh and Dr. Raghav sir in the IMChat, there also we have developed this OSGD Linux. So why generally we are using Linux? This is the one of the important question as of now. So when we see there are uh, different platforms like operating system of Windows, Mac, and other things, but we are not able to work in everywhere. Like if I'm working in bioinformatics field where I'm using Linux for drug discovery. So similarly, like that, other peoples or other scholars and those who are working in different areas, they are also using the Linux just because it is reliable, stable, and also it is having a complete development environment with inbuilt software, scripting languages, and we can also utilize the all kind of inbuilt softwares and we can also upgrade those kind of software. So this is why we are using Linux. And if you can see nowadays the data science data science and big data analysis and machine learning, these kind of fields people are working, they are working with Linux platform. That's why it's very important nowadays. And being a student, being a PhD scholar, I am also utilizing Linux.
Just to add there, yeah. So as you mentioned that really like many of the big simulations, if you want to do big, where it involves a lot of data processing and a lot of, you require a like big experiment if you want to do on computers. Usually for
Yeah.
those kind of stuff, we use Linux. Like I use Linux when we do some NMR experiment. So for
Yes.
NMR
Yes.
is one of the experiment to study the structure of the proteins. So when we do NMR, some of the software we use or some of the software we want to use, it works best on Linux. So we use
Yes.
Linux system to process our data, NMR data, and to visualize the NMR data.
Yeah.
Apart from that, many people like in my lab, many people they use Linux for MD simulations. So we
Yeah.
have terminal. We use submit our MD simulations there, and it runs for us. So we also use as a we work on drug discovery projects, so we use Linux.
Yeah.
But Linux is used like in many places, and it's very
Yes.
widely accepted and used system.
Yeah. Because of this, one advantage is there that Linux is free operating system, so
Hmm.
anyone can utilize this one.
Yes, yes, you're right. So, to my personal understanding is that if you're not aware with the commands, because the way Linux works versus the Windows, you can go and do whatever you want to do using your mouse. You can
Yeah.
click open whatever you want. So it's more user friendly for beginners. If you're learning computer for the first time, maybe it will be easy to follow if you are using the Windows. But if you want to do a bigger experiment, you want to use the power of computer, you have to
You should
dive into
have the
the
knowledge of
Linux.
Linux.
Yes,
Yes,
you need to learn
definitely.
Linux and you need to use the power of the Linux. It's
Yeah,
not that user friendly, but once you know the commands and you know how to use those commands, it will be easy to
very
use.
easy.
And that's
Yeah,
what we're
yeah.
going to learn
Very.
today, that how we use different commands.
So because today I'm just going to give one small demonstration of those basics commands which are daily we are using in our lab, and generally you should know these basic commands before going for the deep understanding of Linux. So
Yeah, that will be
that's
helpful.
why,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, that will be helpful for everyone. So I'll just tell you about the basic intro about within 2 minutes, and then we'll go
Sure,
for
sure,
the commands. So
sure.
kernel is just a one, you can say, the heart of Linux. It mainly performs those specific tasks which given by the user request, and it will respond by the Linux kernel. So if you go for the cell, the kernel is always having one different kind of cell. So cell, you can say it's like an interface between the you and me, or you and Linux. So whatever the query you give to the computer, it will be given by the shell, and shell will respond you based on the your query. So you can just say, if you can see, the this is the general uh, shell screenshot which I have just showing you. The first name is representing as a host, and the last, the dollar symbol, representing as the prompt. This is the general idea of the shell terminal mode. Before entering into the command line, I just would like to show you that the specific file foldering and having the different kind of the like handling. Now, if you can say, like,
Mhm.
we have a C folder, E folder, D folder in Windows, where we can identify the easily when the file has been created and who is the owner or who is the user. So here also the similar we can also see using Linux commands by ls, where you can easily identify the first thing represent about the file types and it access permission, and the rest of the lines, like if you can see, the second line represent of the hard links, where the third and fourth line represent of the owner which who has created the file, and the fourth line represent of the user group. And similarly, the file also have the size which always represent in the bytes, and when the date and time has been created. So this is the general concept of Linux terminal mode.
Okay.
So now I just tell you about the brain of the Linux. It's a FSS, File System Hierarchy Standard. This is the, like, it's, if a human body is having a brain which controlled by which control the all neurons. Similarly, Linux also having one specific brain which called as the FHS, which is having the different kind of uh, folders, directories which handles the each and every specific function. You can say about the boot, etc, home, and opt. So where specific folder having their own specific function. For example, home we can create only the user, and opt where we can install any kind of software, and proc which have the all CPU information. So this kind of each folder have their own different functions. If you go in deep, you can identify easily. And
So, so,
this is
so
the general.
can you go back to the previous slide?
Yeah,
So, what you are trying to say is that the central system is the FHS, and
yeah,
then these are there's subsidiaries kind of thing, where if
yes,
you want to like open the file, you can use one of them. You want to open some software, then you can use the different kind of thing from here.
yes. But only one thing I just would like to tell you. Generally, rest of the options we are not able to handle, since we if there will be a specific user in the home. That particular user only will be utilizing for the other things. But like other options like day, mount, has been temperature, and where these kind of options are generally not in the use.
So,
So
what
mainly
are the
this
one
home and
we what are the one we
mainly,
usually use?
yeah, home and root and opt and bin mainly we are using.
Okay, okay, okay.
It's like inbuilt directories
Mm-hmm.
while installation. This directory will be generated, and it will segregate the each hierarchy of the file system based on how we are going to work.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So this with this, I just would like to show you how the Linux looks like. This is the general screenshot of the Linux. Okay, it's similarly like how Windows and Mac looks like. It is also you can also work in the same way here. But generally, for those people who are working in research scientific field, or those who are working in computer science or computer applications, for them they are generally using the terminal mode, where I have just shown you this as the specific terminal mode. So they will utilize the terminal mode for handling the whole computer system. It is not like that for clicking with the mouse in Windows and all, because big data and big things, big jobs we are running, we are just using the Linux terminal mode. It will be very easy. So you need not to worry about the general clicking in the system. It will not help you in everywhere. You have to utilize the Linux terminal mode only. So if you go further, this is the general Linux terminal mode. It does a screenshot of the Linux terminal mode. I'm just showing you. And I just want to tell you one thing, that if you are using Windows, and if in the same Windows, if you would like to also utilize the Linux, you can either install the Linux via virtual mode, or either you can install the Linux with like in the separation of the Windows. And some people, like some of the people who are working the Sigwin, there is a Sigwin is a kind of platform where you can install in your Windows system, and you can utilize that platform as a Linux. So whatever the kind of software if you want, you can install over there. It will just show you as a terminal mode only. It will not let you know the screen and all. So using the terminal mode in Sigwin or Mobile Extreme, you can utilize this the your own whatever work is there. So here I'm
Okay.
using with
Yeah. So
mobile
can
extreme.
which one?
Mobile extreme.
Grow Max.
No, I'm just using this mobile extreme.
Oh, mobile extreme, yeah, yep.
Yeah.
So just to for viewers, if you, I mean, he very beautifully explained. But so to have a Linux system, I'm just trying to elaborate it. So to have a Linux system, if you want to practice Linux system by yourself, you don't have
Yes.
to have a separate computer where you have to Linux. Even if you have Windows installed in your computer, you can
Yeah.
install mobile extreme, and then from there you can create, obviously when you go and click over there, you can go into the terminal mode, and then you can use commands, practice commands, and do
Yeah.
all those kind of
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
which Umesh is going to show in today's
Yeah.
demonstration. So you can easily install mobile extreme, and then you can step by step do what he's going to do now. So
Yeah.
that's how you can practice it and get some glimpse of how Linux works, and you
And
don't
I
have
just
to have
want
a separate computer. Yeah.
And I just want to tell you that those people who are like going to install some different kind of software, who are working in the research field, especially in NGS and all, they can utilize Sigwin also. Sigwin is one kind of the similar like terminal platform, where whatever you want a specific software. Like if I have a one software, I can install in that specific directory, and I can utilize the same Linux terminal in my Windows system also.
Correct. So for the viewers who is watching this video after the live session, we'll provide a description. In the description, sorry, we'll provide the link for those softwares from where you can download them, so that it will be easy for you. So just go and click that link in the description, and then you
Yeah.
should be able to download those, Linux system on your computer, on your Windows computer, and then you can practice what we are going to learn today.
Yeah. Shall we have a small demonstration of the Linux commands?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So right now
So
also you are using a Windows computer, but you have Linux on it, right?
yeah. I am
Yeah.
using
Okay.
Windows only, but I have an option to utilize the Linux.
Yep. Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah. So here we are just have a one parallel session where we can see the Linux, what command I am going to utilize, and you can also see the live demonstration also.
Okay. I can
So
make the screen bigger. Yep. Go ahead.
yeah, the first is the command uname. Uname is just representing the which kind of Linux or which kind of operating system is installed over here. So if I put uname, and one more thing, if you are giving in terminal, if you just put two words, uname, and you put tab, it will let you know what kind of commands are already available. So it will be easy for you to identify the specific command. So I just type the uname. If I type, it will show you this operating system machine is Linux. So if you want to what kind of Linux, if you want to specific detail, you just put -8. All details will be there. So it will show you which user, which machinery, and what kind of 64 GB or 32 GB it's there. So it's very easy to handling all the things. So this is just general information about the Linux machine. So next is I just would like to tell you the host name, which host it is, like you can say which user it is utilizing. So if I type host and if I type tab if I give, it will tell you the four different kind of command: host ID, host name. So if I just want to like find it out the host name, and just type, it will let you know scarce lab 201. This is the host name. So it's very simple. So if we have a host name, three specific users are there in the home directory. You can easily find out the what are the host names are over there. And the next command is history. So generally, whatever the works you are doing from last 3 days, 4 days, like similarly in Windows when we can see the history in the browsings, but there we can only see the history of the browsing, but in CMD we can also see the history of the what works we have done. Similarly here also we can also see history what last from last 1 day or 2 day I am working, and if I forgot some command, if I have forgot some specific line, I can just put history and I can just let's see how it's there. What are the commands I have given? It will represent you each and everything. It will show you. So it will be easy to find out the specific thing which you have forgot.
Mm-hmm.
So next is free. Free is it's like a memory. How much memory RAM the system specific system is there. If I type free, it will show you how much total specific space is there, and in bytes. If you go free with it will let you know the specific memory. That's it. Just tell you how much memory out of utilize and how much is free. Nothing is specific information over there. So now next command is we can see date. Generally, we can see the date in our Windows system in right side corner, date and calendar. Here also I can see I need not to go to the system and I just put the date and it will show you the date, today's date with the day and specific time. So it's very easy. The next is
Mm-hmm.
calendar. You can also see the calendar also. I just type the calendar. This it will show you the only the March month calendar. Since if I type if I want to see the whole year calendar, like all the 12 whole year calendar, like then I can type the -y. The y will let you know the whole year calendar. So it's very easy to identify the specific date and time with using the command. Before going to some next command, I just would like to tell you there is a specific command called man. Man is the only command which can tell you the additional options with the specific command. Like if I don't know about the what are the specific command with cal, I just put the man and the command name cal. So it will show me what are the extra options are there which I can utilize. So if I put cal with -1, so it will represent the single month output. If I put the cal with -3, it will represent the previous, current, and next month. So we can similarly there are so many other options are also there. So we can just see over here like cal -3. So it will show you the February, March, and April. All the three months it will show you. So it's
Yeah,
very
that's
easy.
nice. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
easy. Yeah.
Yeah, so specifically that's why if man is the only command where you can identify what are the additional options are available with the other commands. So whenever if you don't know anything, just put the man and put the command. It will let you know what are the options are there. So it's very easy. So now come to the next command. It's echo. Echo is just for printing the text on your terminal mode. It will whatever you print, you just put echo. And if I put hi, hello Mesh, we'll just put type the hello miss. That's it. Nothing else. Echo is just for printing the any kind of text, whichever you give with command line.
Mm-hmm.
So now we go for the next, like the generally username adding and password creation. So if I have already one user over there, so if I want to create new more user, if like some people has joined in my lab and I want to share my system with them, so but my personal things are also there, my personal data is there. So if I create a new user for them, it will be helpful for them also and for me also. So generally, if I give user add, but one thing is there. While adding the user, you should have the root permission. Since right now I am in the home directory, and the home directory, whatever the user is there, that user doesn't have the permission for creating the new user. So for that, you should have the user permission, root permission, administration permission. For that, we should go using the su command, su. So if you type, it will ask the password. So administration root password, you can only the person who knows, that will be a unique password. So if I know, I can just type the password and I can create the new user. So for creating a new user, I just type user. Since here it's not option is not there, since the software is little bit old one, so only I am not able to find out. But even though we can create the
Okay.
user over here, okay.
Hmm.
Similarly, we can also change the password while using the password command. So here a password option is there. I just put the password. It will ask you the current Unix password, and whatever the password you are having, you just type, and once you type, it will ask you for the new password. So automatically you are able to change the password of your user. So very simple. Since I am not going to change the password right now. Uh, Next is Hubi. Hubi is a specific command where you can just check who is the current user right now. So if I check Hubi, I am the current user, like SKS Hyper Lab. This is the current user who is working over here in this terminal mode. That's it. And if config is for networking, like every in big institutes or universities, or any specific companies, the most of the systems are connected with internets, networking. So based on that, each system having one specific IP for getting the internet connections and all. So for that time, if I want to know about the what kind of IP has been already set for my system, I just put the if config and I just type. So it will show you which kind of IP it is there. So it will represent you the internet is IP is 172.23.7.170. So it's very easy to identify the IP, and in which Ethernet is connected. It will show you what kind of Ethernet is. So it's very easy to identify this kind of things. Now next is pinging. Ping is the only command which will let you know whether the specific system, like if I'm sitting in on one system here and one another system is in the another lab, if I know the IP of that system, I just want to show whether the system is shut down or is already working. So I just put the time nearby one system is there. I just put, so it will show you if it is pingy, it will give you the date simple, it will give you the reply in such a way 64 bytes from 172 from 7, this IP is coming, it means the system is on. If it is off, so if it is off, you can just if it is off, it will not let you know about the 64 byte, it will say the system is off. So we can see this one. So there is no option is coming. It will show the from the 117 IP, the 169 IP is unreachable. So very simple. And one more thing, if we can create one small one line code for this, and if you want to check the all system in a single time, there is a one small command is there. If you give that one, it will let you know the what are the systems are off, what are the systems are on. So next is top. Top command is just to identify those specific background softwares or jobs which are running. For example, if I identify what are the jobs is already running in my system, I just put the top. The top will let you know, like right now there is no job is running over here. So if like for example, if I'm running a Gromex or any sort of drug discovery software like Schrodinger, so it will represent you here in the user, which user is what kind of software is running, like Gromex is running, then it will generate one PID. It will be the unique ID for each specific job. So based on that PID, you can control or you can kill that job also. This will be the only unique ID with each specific job. And if you want to identify the what kind of job it is running, you just put one select the PIT, PIT of that job, copy the
Your
PID
voice
code
was
outside.
breaking, Umesh.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Is it audible right now?
Yeah, slightly better. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, you can see here, like if I just want to identify what kind of uh, like job is running behind my system. So I just put PS and the PID number. It will let you know. Since there is no job, it will not show you the any kind of results. So now next is cat. Cat is a very good command. So if I just go to my one of folder and I just create one file and so I have created one file on my desktop. There is a called umesh.txt. So there is a file. If what is the inside that file? If I want to see it, if I just want to look at out of over in my terminal mode itself, I'll just type cat and the file name. So it will let you know in the terminal mode itself what exactly inside the file. Hi Umesh. As I have already mentioned, hi Umesh, it will show you. Like
So
for
basically,
example,
it will sort of open the file for you. Like
yeah,
say, for
sort of
example, you
open the
have
file.
a Word document, like
Yes.
resume, and you want to see
Yeah.
what is in the resume. You can just use the cat and the name of
No,
the
no,
your file,
no.
and
But
it will
one thing
read
is
the
there.
entire. Yeah, it will read the entire resume for you.
Yeah, but one thing is there. It will not read the like specific images and all. It will only read the text.
Yeah, but you cannot do any modifications to it, right? You can just read it.
No, no. I can just read it. Like for example, the specific PDF file is there. If I'm going to read the file, I need not to open that PDF file. I just put the command and I can read it here. It will be helpful for the only text file, not for the like any word
Yep.
with resume with images and all.
Yep. Yep. So normally, like just to give a perspective, so when we like do MD simulations, I used some of these command. So in MD simulations, that's like it's one of the process we use for studying the dynamic property of protein. Okay,
Yeah,
so what
yeah,
we do is we take the protein, we add some water molecule to it, and then we see how it changes. Then we
yeah.
add ions to it, and then we do energy minimization to get the simulation done. So
Yes,
for different step, when you finish one step, you have it will generate a new file because
yes,
like it once you added the water to it, now it's a new file with added water.
yeah.
Then you add
So no,
ions to it, it's a new file. So if you want to read that file, we usually use this command. Once you added
yeah,
whatever you added, you have new output file, and you want to see
yes,
what's there in the output file, you can use cat and the name of the file, and you can read what's there. If there is something missing, something you want to add, then you can open the file, and then you can do modifications, which you're going to talk about. But if you just want to quickly see that your file looks fine, the entire text is good, everything in the file is good, you can use
yeah,
cat command. So it's very
yeah.
useful
That
command. Yeah.
yes. The only thing is, whatever the works we are doing, so for the next output, we can easily identify in the terminal. We need not to open again and again.
Yeah, we don't, yeah, right. You don't have to open the whole file. You can just quickly
Yes,
see what's there in the file using this command.
true.
Yeah.
So now we'll have a next command is PWD. This is what exactly I should have told you in the beginning itself. The PWD represents as a print working directory. So exactly in which directory right now? Like for example, if I am in my some of my files are available in D folder or E folder, I can just easily check it out. But in terminal mode, if some files are on desktop, some files are on documents, some files are on downloads, how I just put PWD, so it will let you know you are right now you are present in home, SKS hyphen lab and desktop. So this is the my present working directory where right now I am in. So
So
very simple.
just to add a little bit here for many students. So as we were talking
Yeah.
about the Linux system, right? You have to be in that particular terminal when you are working. Like if you want to open a
Yes.
file, you have to be in that particular terminal. You have to reach to that folder, to that terminal to open that file. Now, if you want
Yes.
to open another file, you cannot open directly from this terminal. You have to go to that terminal, reach to
No,
that,
no,
right?
no, no. I can
You can do
open
it.
from here itself. Yeah.
Okay,
Like
okay. So,
if I'm in desktop right now and I want to
hmm.
open a file available on downloads. For example, For example, there is no file right now in download, but there is a folder in the download. So what I can do, I just wanted to see that file. I just go directly and I can see dashboard is there. And what exactly inside the dashboard also I can see. Again, if I want to see the inside that folder, I can see, oh, these many files are there. So it's
Then why
very
you go to
easy.
different terminal if you want to do something there?
No, no. Actually, when you are you can open one terminal. That's enough. But only thing, if you know the command lines, you can easily go into other folder. You can work with the same kind
Okay.
of files also.
Yeah, so probably I don't know how to do that. So usually the way I used to do is if I have to open something in document, I go to that terminal and then I
Yeah,
see what are the folders in the document, then go to one particular folder, then open that
yeah.
folder, see what are the files in the folder, then I open that folder. If I want to go to another folder, I come out of from that folder
Yeah.
and
But
from that terminal
that
go. I used to, walk through that way. If you, I
yeah,
want
that
to
that
open.
takes so
So
much time actually.
yeah, but anyways, having said that, what if you want to know that which directory you are in right now? This is the command. It will tell you that which
Yeah.
directory you are in
Yes.
at this
Yes.
moment.
That's
Yes.
so. Only one thing. What exactly I was telling. If you are really familiar with the Linux with the command lines, you are easy to handle the all kind of folder, all kind of files. You need not to worry about anything by clicking and all. It's very
Hmm.
easy. So now
Hmm.
the next command is df. So df is it will just let you know the disk uses, how much disk already utilized, like how much hard disk. Like if I have a 1 TB of hard disk in my system, I just want to find it out how much space is already available in my system. So I just give a diff, and if I don't know about the one additional command I can give, just if you put diff, it will tell you. Like similarly in Windows, when we install the Windows in C folder, there are specific folders will be created like user, program files. The same way here also, the SDA2, Dave temporary files, SDA1, home, root, everything will be created. So each directory will be located with each specific hard memory. Like for example, in C drive I have given 200 GB. In D drive I have given 500 GB. The same way I can also locate the memory to the specific folder. So where we can utilize our work. And
Hmm.
if I want in detail, I just put df hyphen kh. The kh will let you know the detail, it, specifically how much size it is, how much utilized, how much available, and what are the things are already present over there, what kind of directories are already present over there. Another command is du. Du will let you know the file or directory, how much file or directory is taking the space. For example, if I have a one file name is like there is a folder name is Umesh. If I just want to identify how much uh, space is already Umesh is having, if I just type with hyphen sh, it will tell you 113 GB the folder is having. So it's very big data I am having right now here. And just for example, I can also identify the file sizes also. It will show you 8 KB. Whatever kind of file, whatever kind of folder, you can easily identify how much space it is occupying. And
Hmm.
the next man command, which I already told you about, the options which are available with any kind of command you can utilize. Next is CD. CD is the one command where you can go from one directory to another directory, from another directory to any kind of directory. So, like D to E folder, we can go in Windows simple way. Here also CD we can utilize. For example, right now I am in home SKS lab and these are my files. So if I just wanted to go from desktop or download, like if I wanted to go in download folder, I just put CD with one space of downloads, I can enter. So now if I can again check my present working directory, it will show you that you are in home SKS lab downloads. So it will show you that you are in this present working directory. If I want to go in desktop, so there is another one option. If you give CD with double dot will take you with one back of the folder, one backside of the folder, like CD double dot slash the the desktop file, or sorry, the desktop folder or any other folder where you want to go. I just put enter. So it means right now I am in the desktop folder. So it's very easy for going inside the one folder,
Can
or
you,
if you want.
Umesh, can you repeat the one you just explained? Your voice was a little
So for,
breaking. So why we
okay.
use the double dot and this
So
one?
for example, I just wanted to go in Umesh, CD with Umesh. So if I type CD with Umesh, I will just enter into the Umesh folder.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, if inside the Umesh, if there is already one more folder, I just can check. Okay, there are. I just put one tab. So tab will let you know what are the files or folders already available in that folder. Okay, so there are so many folders. Like if I want to just put one, there is a folder called UD. I just put enter. So I need not to go one by one. I can directly go to that specific folder and I can check my present working directory. So it will let you know you are in desktop, Umesh and UD. So it's very easy. If similarly, if I want to come back from UD to at desktop, I just give double dot. Since I have to come two folder outside. So Umesh to desktop. So I have to give two double dot with slash and next. I need not to give desktop name. You just put this. It will tell you that you are right now in the desktop. Very
Okay, so
easy.
let me just quickly put it in a different word. So what Umesh is trying to say that if you want to get into the any particular directory, you have to use CD,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you have to type in the name of the folder you want to get in. But if you want to get out of the folder step by step, if you just want
Yes.
to go from come out from one folder to the previous folder, like say for example you went one to two, one folder has many folders, so you jump from one, and inside one you have two, you open the two. Now if you
Yes.
want to go back from two to one, you have to just use double dot slash, so it will bring back to you the previous folder.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and if you do
Yeah.
two times it will bring back to two step back, which
Yeah.
is
If you give
yeah.
three times, it will be in three step back.
Yep. So you to get in, you have to use CD. You have to, if you want to come out from the folder to the previous folder, you have to use double dot slash.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
The next one is there is a symbol. This symbol will be utilized for the location of your home directory. If I give, it will tell you which directory I am right now. So it will show you you are in the home case lab. That's it. That is just it will let you know the which is your home directory. That's it. Nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
So the double dot which I told you here, I'm just telling you about the double dot. How we can how we can specify that double dot with CD, and how we can come out from one folder to another folder to third folder. It will be easy for that. So next is ls. Ls is a command which represents as a list of those specific files, folders which are available in your home or working directory. And ls also having so many options, like a long list of represents as a hyphen l, hyphen t represents as sort by modification time, hyphen s represented by sort by size. Even you can also like if you type ls, it will show you what are the folders available. Or generally, if you want to identify the specific folder in a specific order, like ascending order, descending order, with with date and time, or what is the last file has been generated. So you can also combine these specific command. Like if I want to combine the hyphen lrt, generally I used to I am familiar with this LRT. It will let you know the which is the last file has been created, and when it has created. So it will tell you that March 6 I have created this desktop folder. I have edited or I have done something here. So it will be easy to identify the last file where we were working.
Okay. Yeah, that's helpful because yeah, because sometimes you want to go back to your
Yeah.
previous last experiment you were doing. Yeah.
Yes. So there is before going to the next command, I just would like to show you there is a command clear. So clear means it will just clear your terminal. It will not delete anything. If you can scroll your mouse and you can go and up, you can see everything will be there. Just to clear a terminal for seeing the smooth way. That's it. Nothing else. So next command is wild cards. So wild card is it's kind of what asterisk symbol, which will be utilized for identify the specific file into the folder. Uh, like for example, I just wanted to identify the specific file with .txt. If I type, I just wanted to list that out those specific files which are with .txt. So I can just put the command star .txt. So it will tell you only if there is a only one file umesh.txt available with that specific file. Like in one folder, I have thousands of PDB and mol files and SDF format files and other Word files and PDF files. But I just wanted to extract out or I just wanted to list out the only PDF files. I just put the command ls-lrt star dot pdb. So if I put, it will let you know what are the PDBs are available. So here there are three PDBs are available. It will be very easy to
It,
identify.
okay, so just to ask something. So this will tell you in that particular directory how many PDB files
Yes,
you have, right?
yes, yes, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
In
So
that particular directory.
so in a folder, so say for example, you have 200 different files, and you're
Yeah,
looking for one particular file, two particular file, or five of them of same kind or whatever kind. You can extract them. That how many you have.
yeah,
Like if
yeah,
you
yeah.
want to,
It's possible.
yeah.
It's possible
Okay.
with like if I want to see in two different kind of folders, I just put ls-lrt, for example, umesh star dot okay pdb. So it will tell you in two different files what are the PDB files are there. It will, since I have given one option. So if it is there, it will tell you. Otherwise, it will not tell you.
Hmm.
But here,
Yep.
some problem, some files are there which are just showing what are the files available in the both folder. That's it.
Got it.
And even this this specific star command, if you are utilizing for other command like removing any kind of file, also we can utilize. But by removing with star, you should be very careful. I'll just tell you in the next slide when we are going for the removing command. Uh, Next is making directory or removing directory. Like in folder, how we are creating. So there is a command like mkdir. In the desktop folder, I just want to create one directory called uh, Panwar. So if I just put mkdir and the file folder name, so if just I put ls-lrt, so you can see over here there is a folder called newly generated right now in March 6 on this time. So this is the folder name. Pamar has been created, and you also can delete the same folder by using rmdir with folder name. It will delete. Now again, if I want to check whether the folder is there or not, so now there is no folder. It has already deleted. So it's very easy to create and delete the folders.
So just
And
to add one thing here. So when you say you open a new directory, you make a new directory. Basically, you mean you are making a new folder, or directory
yeah,
includes something else also.
no, no, no. Directory or folder both are same actually. It will be an empty folder.
So basically, when you say create a new directory, means create a new folder.
Yes, we can
Yep.
create folder.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it is. So if you, yeah, so this is very common and commonly used command because if you want to, so if you want to start working on, practicing these
Yeah, yeah.
Linux, you can start making your own folder. So make your own folder first. Try to make a new files or generate new files, or you can copy a files, which you're going to explain how you can copy files and all.
Yeah,
But you
yeah,
can copy
that's
files, put it there, then you check the list that how many files you have using ls, and those kind of stuff you can do
yeah,
easily on your computer to just
yeah,
practice.
yeah.
So
So
make a
practicing
directory,
it
make a
will be
folder.
very easy. Practicing will give you the easiness for working on the Linux.
Hmm.
Without
Hmm.
practice, you are not able to understand the commands. Since I learned through Google and I practice daily each and every new command, then only I am learning something new. So once you are habitual, it will be helpful for you. it
Yep.
will
Yeah.
automatically comes on your
So
finger.
that's why my suggestion is that go to the description, download the Linux system on your computer, and just
Yeah,
try to practice some of these first few commands which you Umesh talked about. That was just to know that how much space you have, how much
yeah, yeah,
how to figure out that how to get to know about your computer, like the space, how you can find something. But from here it will be more practical, that how you make your own folder, and how you put your file there, how you copy, how you paste, how you see the list, all those kind of things. So this thing you can practice once you know your system after
yeah, yeah.
installing the Linux. Yeah.
That's good. Okay. The next is there is a command RM. So if I just want to tell you, RM is the only command where you can either delete a directory or a file. But only thing is, if you are deleting a directory, like for example, if I deleting one file, I just put file name with RM hyphen RM. You have to utilize hyphen RM. The file name with a specific uh, folder. So if I put this, it has deleted the file which I have created. So there won't be any image.txt. But uh, only thing you should remember, if I'm using the hyphen rf command, you should not, if you want to specifically, if you want to delete the .txt with this as star symbol, as I told you, while using the wildcard symbol with any specific file, you can either list it out or extract out. Similarly, while using this rm command, you can delete the specific file with a specific name using the wildcard. But if you forget, and if you just given the star and you put the rm with hyphen rf, and you put the star, and you once you enter, your entire data will be shift deleted. It's like permanently deleted. You are not able to backup. So before working with star with rm command, you should very careful.
So can I ask you one thing? So when you use this
Yeah,
remove command, right?
yeah.
So to remove a particular file also you have to be in that particular directory, or you
Yes.
can, so you go to the directory, in the
No,
directory
no.
you
Actually, see, if I like, I tell you one thing. The like I just create one file into the Umesh folder, like anwar.txt. Okay. Now I just created in one file into the Umesh. The call is, you can see here, anwar.txt. So
Mhm.
now, right now, I am on desktop. My present working directory is, you can see, right now I am on desktop, but
Desktop. Yeah.
I want to delete the file which is present in the Umesh folder. So
Yes.
what I can do, I can just type hyphen rmf with space the folder name where I am. So if you put Umesh with slash, which file I want to delete, like Panwar file I want to delete, you can take it, you just put enter, the file has been deleted. You can also see, before entering into the specific folder, you can easily see here itself. So now there is no file.
So just one thing to ask here. So when you put the from you were on desktop, right, and you wanted to
Yes.
delete some file from Umesh folder. So what
Yeah.
you did is you provided the name of the folder, that from where you have to find that file and delete it.
Yes.
But do you
Yes.
need to give the whole path of the folder or
Yeah.
just name of the folder?
No, like but like here I am already in desktop. So whatever the folders are there, I need not to give the whole path.
No, no. What I'm
Okay.
asking is, okay. So your Umesh folder was on desktop only, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why where you were in desktop terminal, what you did, or directory, what you did is from there you give the command that in the desktop there is a folder called Umesh. In the
Yeah.
Umesh there is a text file named this. Delete that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What if
Yeah.
there was a folder? Okay, so if you open a folder in Umesh, name Ajit, say for example, if you want to do
Yeah.
that,
Yeah. Yeah. I
and
can do it.
then if you want to delete something from Ajit's folder, how you will do that
See, for
while
like
you
for
are on
example,
desktop? Hmm. You can
see,
quickly make a,
actually,
yeah,
I
make
just
a
tell you
direct
to
make a
make a
directory
directory.
in the Umesh folder with my name.
Yeah. Okay. Now you can just check into the Umesh folder. There is a directory called Ajit over here. Fine. So
Yep. And now in the
now
Ajit, you just make a file, any file, text file or something.
I just make one file, touch ajit.txt. So now you can see there is a file ajit.txt.
Okay, now, so if you want to, if you go to the desktop, and from desktop, if you want to delete this file, so which
I
so
tell
on
you,
your desktop,
or even if I am not on desktop, if I am only in my own user only, I can
okay,
delete your file. How it
yeah,
is
that's what I
very
want
simple.
to learn how. Hmm.
Yeah, just give your command first. RM space
Okay.
hyphen RM. Now one thing is there are two options. Either directly you can give the whole path where you want to. So you are in home, SKS lab, then desktop, then Umesh, then Ajit, and the file name.
Yep.
Okay, and you just enter. The file will be deleted. Or
Yes, yes.
if you are in already, like I am already in I am already present in the home SKS lab, so by default it will just type the desktop. It will take that path. You need not to type the whole path. Okay,
Mhm.
so G Ajit and enter. Now I entered and I deleted. So similarly, again I can just copy this path, desktop base and Ajit. If I see there is no file, it is showing that there is no, it's the folder is empty, total is zero. So very simple. You need not to going one by one, or even wherever you are, you can just delete directly.
Oh, so this is new for me because usually if I wanted to do delete something, I usually used to go to the terminal in that
Yes,
folder
yes,
using cd command, and then I
yes.
used to delete and come out from there.
Yeah,
But to check the list of the files or to delete something or do something, you can do the put the whole path length, like
yes,
whole the
yeah.
trajectory, and then you
I-
can delete that. That's interesting to know. Yep.
Yeah, and one more thing, even you can delete various number of files from different folders at a same time. The same thing, what you have to do, whatever the command is there, like for example, the desktop Umesh Ajit.txt. And similarly, there is a file on Umesh. If I just want to see which file I can delete, but there is no file right now. So, yeah, in UD there is a file Bestro. Okay. So I should give the path of both files which are available in both different folders. And at a single time, I can just put the enter, it will delete. You need not to type and delete one by one.
Oh, so put all the path lengths and their file name, and it will remove
Yeah,
everything in one shot.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's nice. Yeah.
That's yeah. So next is clear. Clear, as I already told you, just to clear your terminal mode, like rubbing the blackboard on our school time. But it will not delete everything. You can just scroll up and you can see what are the details are already what we have done. Uh, Next is move. The move command is for moving, like you can say, cut paste, moving one file or one folder from one place to another place. So, for example, I am on desktop and there is a folder called Umesh. I just create a new folder. KTIR. I just create a folder. The name is Panwar, and inside that there is a file I can create, panwar.txt. Okay, so there is a folder in new folder I created on desktop called Panwar, and I can just check. There is a H panwa.txt. So there is a file name panwa.txt inside the folder of desktop on Panwa. So what I can do, I can cut and paste this specific panwa.txt into the desktop. How it is possible? I just move panwa.txt double dot. Double dot means one step back with slash. So, and if you enter, you can go back and you can check. The Panwar file will be presenting here. So it's very easy. Either
Yes.
you can move from one place to another place. Similarly, you can also move directories also. You have to just give the MB and the directory name, and wherever you want to move, you can just put the command of that specific folder name and you can just put enter. It will shift your directory into the specific folder. It's like cut and paste. And another
Mhm.
one is copy and paste. Same thing. Instead of moving, you just, if you want to make a copy, you just give copy. Panwad, you just give copy panwar.txt for file. I just wanted to copy into the panwar folder. So copy the file name and the folder name which you want to copy. Just enter it, and now you can just put ls-lrt with folder name. It will show you, okay, the file has been copied here. So it's very
So,
easy.
Umesh, instead of using ls slash hyphen
Hyphen
lrt,
lrt.
if you just use ls, I think it will be easy to follow because now so many lists
Yeah,
are coming with the date and everything. So for viewers, it
but
will be slightly difficult to see just name of the files. So
yeah,
I think if
but
you use
think
just ls for now, yeah, it will be
if I
easy
give
to.
ls, yeah, if I give ls, but I'm not able to identify the current file which has been created right now. So I have to
Okay,
search like
so usually what I used to do is I used to do ls before, and then once I copied it, I do ls and I see new folder, new file came
L
in.
the combination of hyphen lrt will let you know which file or which folder has been edited or updated current present
No, no,
time.
I absolutely got you. When you practice it, you want to know what is added. But I'm just saying
Yeah,
for the viewers who just see all of a sudden so many,
yeah,
lines
yeah,
come
yeah.
on the screen, they might be lost to know that where the, previous files and new files.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah,
if
yeah,
they want to just see the name of the files in the folder, just we can use ls and see what are the
yeah.
files if there is
One
any
thing,
name.
I'll just share my this PPT with a detailed description of the each command, so it will be helpful for the all the users also.
Yes, 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 sure, sure.
So since the time is about 9 almost, so there are specific few commands are more. So Sue, already I told you about the root users. So root will be the administration which will be utilizing for handling the all software installation and all the users creation and deletion. So basically, Sue, we are, yeah, the if in one lab there are 10 systems, so only one person will handling the all system. He will be the root administration. So generally, we are not utilizing the su command. The next is SSH and SCP. This is very interesting command. Like
Yep.
in a lab, I have a 20 systems, and I'm just running my jobs in all 20 systems. I need not to go one by one to each system, and I just wanted to work on that system specifically. It's very easy. Just copy your file while using the SSH and SCP command, and you can directly connect to that system, and you can utilize very easily. For example, I just tell you SSH will be the login to the another system. Like for example, here there is a system nearby me. I just give the username. First, you have to give the SSH command username at the IP of that system where the already uh, we have allocated that particular system. So I just put enter. After entering, it will ask the password. So we have to give the password of that another system. The password will not be visible over here. So I have login. So it's showing the last login on Friday, March on this timing. So I log in from 172, 172 IP. So now I log in. So I can just see all the files and folder which are available in that system. Same thing with using the command. Okay. So this is the one option where connecting the other system and running the jobs of there.
So
Similarly,
can I just quickly interrupt you? So yeah, so
yeah,
I also use these commands. Say for example, there is a supercomputer or bigger computer where we have, we are running MD simulation. Say for example, but
yeah,
I'm working on my local computer, my own computer in my lab. So
yeah.
I'm doing all those things on my computer. But if I want to copy something from the main computer where the experiment is running, or we have the
Yes,
files, I can go log in there, see my folder files. If I want to transfer something from there, I can transfer also. So
yes,
basically, what you are saying here is from your local computer. If the other computers which is associated with it, you can directly log into those
yeah,
computers, see your
yes.
data, do whatever you want to do there using your own local computer, your own
Yeah.
computer which you are working on, right?
But
But
only
those
one
has
thing
to
is
be those
that,
has to be connected somehow, right?
yeah, yeah. That's why I was telling about this. The only one thing is all the computers should be connected by local host IPs. It should be at one place with all the local host IP. Then only you are able to connect. Otherwise, it won't be possible.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because it's not like you're connecting through Wi-Fi or something. It's just,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's there's a couple of computers which are connected, and you are
yeah.
doing a couple of work on different systems. You can use
Yes,
your own laptop, your computer, sorry, and from there you can log in into any other computer, access your
yes, yes.
data, do whatever you want to do there on
Yeah,
that computer using your own terminal or your own
yeah,
terminal on your computer, right?
yeah. The
This
similarly,
is very helpful when you do several experiment in practical. These are like very important and useful commands if
yeah,
you start doing some experiments in lab, right?
yeah, yeah. So it
Yes,
will save your time for going here and there. You can do everything in your single computer itself. I think since
yes.
time is out of, I think more than 1 hour, so we'll just have a quick glance of all the commands. The next command is SCP. The whatever the login you have done to the another system, there some files will be there. Those files either you can copy from one system to another system. Like I just want to take some files from 172 IP from 170. So you just, for example, there is a I just create one file immediately. Touch uh, test.txt. Very. So we have created one file test.txt. If I just wanted to take this file, so what I have to do, I have to give scp with hyphen r the file name and where I want to transfer this file. So I have to give the username of that system with IP of that system and the path of the system where I am going to transfer. So I just wanted to transfer here. So once you enter it will ask the password and the specific file or specific folder, it will directly transfer to the another machine. So that's very easy. Since it's taking time, so we can go for the next command, the wget. Uh, wget is the only command which can be downloaded the any kind of files or directories which are like associated with like tar.zz and all. We just give the wget and the command of like you can take the, any example of uh, PDB files or any specific files where like how we are working in drug discovery. I just wanted to download any software, so I'll just copy that thing and it will directly come over here. So if you give wget, then command with link http, whatever is there, just enter it, it will download the specific file or folder. Is there any specific queries from your side, Ajit sir?
Say that again.
So the next thing is which is just to locate the exit a specific command like which ls is a command where it is located. It will tell you it's located in bin ls. Very simple. Even you can identify which umesh, where is the umesh folder has been located, so it will tell you where is the specific umesh folder has been located. The path will be represented over here. So next is touch. I already told you the touch will be helpful for the creating a new file with .txt extension uh, by default. And some of additional commands are there. I just want to show you the PowerPoint itself. These are the specific command like where is, head, tell, ps, shutdown. Where is, or just tell you where the exactly the location of that specific source or any file will be available in the desktop or documents or any bin or user or a root folders. And head will be utilized for the printing of the first 10 lines and tail will be utilized in the printing of the last 10 lines. So if you can
Hmm.
take example like there is a file called license over here.
Hmm.
Just a minute. So there is a called file, any file we can take, like for example this I can take. So I just wanted to put head the file name which I copied. So it will tell first 10 line it will represent in the terminal.
Hmm.
Similarly tell will be utilized uh, tell will be utilized for the last 10 lines. It will represent on the on your screen. That's it.
So
Like
basically,
shutdown.
so just to give the perspective why these things are important, some of the files when you run, it's very
Yeah.
very long. Like
Yes.
like
Yeah.
you have to keep scrolling to see something. So if there is,
Yeah.
you want to see the beginning of your file, you can use head. That it will tell you that what experiment you were
Yeah.
running
Yeah.
in that file. And if you want to see the end, like whether it completed or not, it got aborted. It will have all those details toward the end of the
Yes.
file. So if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
quickly want to see that whether your experiment was completely over or not, or it got aborted, or how your file looks like,
Yes.
you
Yes.
can use tail
That's it.
command to see last few lines to know what happened to your to
Yeah.
that file.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even some additional options are also there. If you find
Mhm.
specific line between from the file, like from 20 to 28, you just utilize those specific command and you can identify.
Yeah.
Then next is shutdown. As I already shutdown is for this just shutting down the system. If you give shutdown, your system will be shut down. Nothing. And now some just a little bit information about the file permission I just wanted to tell you. So each specific files are having created, or any folder is created with a specific file and folder. So if you can see here, there is a specific r only x hyphen. So what does it exactly mean? It means that the first symbol represent the file type, and d represent as a directory, and I represent as a indicate the file linking. So like there is a file called 3.txt. So the file is having the permission of only reading and writing. So you can see the rwx will represent of the owner permission of read, write and execute. And second rwx will represent you as a group permission, and third rwx will represent you as a others permission. Others means world. So we can set the permission of any specific file. So if I am the owner, I can just give the permission as like I only can read and I only can edit that file. Others only can see only. They are not having the permission of editing. So I can just change the file type and I can share it to my Google or to my any wherever I am working. I can just share with them, so they are not able to do anything with that. So these are the options how this file permission has been created. So there are specific, like if you have the read, write and execute permission for all user, you just put the chmod command. Then octal code will be 777 and the file name. So it will give you the permission for everyone. So based on this, some more specific options and specific octal codes are there. So it will be easy by handling with the chmod command only. And this is the directory archive, like for extracting the files or creating the zip folders or rar folder, like in Windows we are doing. Similarly, we can also utilize with the tar, with the option of what are the options which are available, either creating directory or extracting directory.
Hmm.
So these options you can utilize, and you can give the file name and folder name, whichever you want to either create or extract. So with the same thing for zip and unzip also we can utilize the, so like in Windows rar and zip will be there. Here tar and zip will be there. So these are the options which I have shared here. Screenshot of the specific options, like creating file, extracting file, creating a file with the zzip comparison. So there are some other options are also there which I have mentioned here. Uh, and these are the searching options. Searching of any specific like word, or searching of any specific pattern, you can utilize the grab command. Grab will be utilizing for the searching. Like if I want to search there is a file called Umesh Pawar and I want to search something word like PDB. So I just put the grab PDB and the file name. It will search you that specific word. Or if you want to give a pattern also, you can give the pattern. So these commands are utilizing for those people who are working with big data like pasta and all files. They can utilize this kind of things. So and these are the shortcuts, general shortcuts, right? Like what we are having inside the Windows also. But here CTR Control plus C will be hold the current command, and Control plus Z it will stop the current command with whatever the function, whatever the job you are running, it will just close it. So it's not similarly like how Windows are there. Some difference utilization is also there. So CTRG is there to log out the current session. CTRG for erase the specific word from the current line, and CTR plus U erase the whole line. CTR plus type to bring out the send command. So and exit it will log out the current section wherever. So if I can just show you how the exit will be. So if I just type exit, it will exit from the specific local, and connection has been closed. So it's very easy. And now if I give the control Z, so I am now right now I am in my own terminal of Mobile Extreme. So very simple. And one small quick, I just tell you about that. File handling or file creation also can be done by VI and Emacs or gedit. These are these specific inbuilt softwares are there which where you can handle the file. And but thing is, it's not normal notepad and edit plus plus. It is different. The whole VI and Emacs are based on the command line only, which itself has having so many options. If I get the chance, I will just explain you in the next talk about the VI and Emacs also. And now, thank you for your attention for listening me.
So Umesh, it was indeed I think very your video is paused. I think
Okay,
I can't see you.
it's on only,
Your
sir.
I can just hear you. Your yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, I think it was very useful session. It was more like workshop. There are many commands
yeah,
which you might not find the context of that why we want to do like vim or vi all those commands we talked about. But once you enter into the world of using these compute like Linux system for one particular experiment, whether being if you are in computer science or bioinformatics or you are doing drug discovery, doing MD simulations, you are doing NMR,
yeah,
any these big experiment, you will know that how each and every commands which was explained by Umesh was how they're going to be very useful, and then you will understand the use of them because we just gave you the command that if you want to copy something from here to there, but you don't know why you want to copy, why you want to read the first line, last line, all those kind of stuff. So when you will be doing those things, you will understand why these commands are important. You will not find context of all the commands right now, but you can just practice it, because if you know how to do something, open something, close something, delete something, make directory, check your space, all those kind of things. So you need to practice these command even before you get into universities where you can do real experiments, like whether being, as I talked about, like whether it's drug discovery or you're using MD simulations or whatever
yeah.
it
Any
is.
kind of field
You
wherever you are working in computer science or computer application or big data analytics,
Yeah,
obviously you
but
have
you
to
need,
utilize
yeah,
the
but
Linux
even
platform.
before, yeah, even before you get into all those things, you should practice these things. Just it's like additional skill to you to use Linux system for those experiments. So I think with that it's already 1 hour 20 minutes. So we'll end today's session. But it was really helpful for me also. After being working in this field, there was so many new things for me to learn, and definitely I'm gonna, whenever I'll do any experiment on Linux system, I'm gonna watch this video for myself also. So for
Yeah,
the viewers also, if you find this talk interesting, just like this video and comment. If you have any question, we'll not be able to take any question right now, but you comment in the comment section. You can ask any question. We'll try to answer those questions later once the video is uploaded on YouTube channel. And just share with your friends and anyone who want to make their career in these fields. They're gonna get benefited from this. So thank you, Umesh, for giving your
thank
time.
you very
It
much.
was pleasure hosting you on our show, and we probably will catch you one more time for talking more about drug discoveries or use of these commands in real life.
It should, yeah. Thank you very much, Ajay sir, for giving the nice opportunity. And also, I just want to tell you that those people who are really working in this field, like
Your
especially
voice is still
research
breaking.
scholar. So I just wanted to tell you that those people who are working in the research field, especially in bioinformatics, like broad data analysis, and drug discovery and all. If you are familiar with Linux, I hope you are ready to handle each kind of experiment, because nowadays every bioinformatician or computational biologist should know the knowledge about the Linux. This is the general concept.
Yeah.
So my idea is make your practice day by day, and make a familiar with Linux, so it will be helpful for your in the future.
Yep. So I can just retell it what. I can just quickly say what Umesh is saying because his voice is breaking. So, yeah, so if you want to enter into this field, take these. It is like a practice session. Keep
Yeah,
practicing it on day-to-day basis because it takes time. Because if you have to do your experiment also at the same time, if you're struggling with the commands and executing your experiment, it will be additional, thing to you. So it's better to practice these things on day-to-day basis before you start or when you start your real experiments, whether being drug discovery or simulations or whatever it is, right?
yeah.
Yeah. With
Thank
that
you very
note,
much.
I would like to thank you, Umesh, for being with us, and see you soon. And all the best for your defense.
Yeah, thank you very much for your nice hosting.
Yep. Take care, guys. If you have not subscribed to this channel, do subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you in the next talk. Then, goodbye.
Bye bye.